Hi, I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's version of Craft Corner Kids to Go. It's getting close to Earth Day now, and when we celebrate Earth Day, we try to find things that can help clean up our Earth, and we appreciate what we have and what our natural resources are. And one of the big things today is what to do with all the plastic that we've got. And I found a project that uses a used water bottle. So I thought it would be fun today for us to make a craft just using a water bottle. Um, when you pick up your kit here at the library, we'll give you everything but the water bottle. And if you don't have a water bottle that you can use, then I'll give you one. But almost everybody buys water and has water bottles now. So um, we're going to start out with an empty water bottle, and you take your scissors and cut the label off. You want to keep the lid on it, and you want to cut. You'll have to take the lid off just for a little bit, and then you're going to put it back on. But cut the bottom of the water bottle off. Try to make it so it's even. So now we have a bottle with a lid, and you're going to take your scissors and cut up to where the bottle curves in. So I've got a cut there, and I'm going to do the same thing exactly opposite on the other side. So I have two halves here of a bottle. You want to paint it now. So you're going to need something to paint on so that you don't make a mess. And I use an old egg carton to mix my paints in. And you want a light blue and a light pink. So I use white and then mix a little bit of blue in, and white and mix a little bit of a pink in. So you end up with these colors, and you are going to paint two bottles, one pink and one blue. Now I've already got these painted and dried because you know how long it takes for stuff to dry. So these have been painted and dried, and now we're ready to make our craft, which I don't know if I should show you the finished craft or just do it, because that way you'll be surprised. You want to take where you've done a half and cut a half again. So you have 2 and then 4 and 6 and 8. What has 8 legs that you can think of? How about an octopus? You want to make an octopus out of a water bottle? Am I crazy? Take your scissors, and on the end of those legs that you just cut, round each one of them off at the bottom. And do that for 8 different legs. And on the one that you painted light blue, you want to do the same thing. So I'm doing 2 and then 4 and then 6 and then 8. And again I'm going to round off the bottoms, only I'm not going to do it right now because I want to go on so that you can see what you're making. All right, so you have 8 legs for an octopus and 8 legs, and this is, we're going to fight, 8 legs for an octopus right here. So now my octopus needs a face. So I have some Google Eyes and some glue dots. And I'm going to glue these eyes on. And this blue one I think is a boy. So I'm going to make a hat for him and maybe put a bow on the girl. All right, so he's got his eyes. And she's going to have eyes. Get some more eyes out. And on her eyes, I'm going to put eyelashes because she's a girl. And she has really long, pretty eyelashes. So in order to do that, I need a fine point black marker, which I'm going to use. Whoa, she popped off. You may have to stick your finger in behind. I think when I showed you to paint this, I want to make sure you know that I painted these on the inside. That's why I split the bottle before I started, because I put the paint in here, inside, so that it doesn't scratch off from the outside. So the paint shows through, but it doesn't scratch off as easily. Okay, so I've got the girl, and I've got a fine point marker, and I'm just going to draw some eyelashes on her. Maybe, if it works. And I'm going to give her some great big lashes. Kind of line her lids like I'm putting makeup on her. So she's got really pretty eyelashes. I think you can see that. Then I'm going to take this is like a maroon marker, and I'm going to make a really pretty set of lips on her, like she's got lipstick on. And then I'm going to give her some really pink cheeks. Look it. Doesn't she look beautiful? Now, she gets a bow on her head, and he gets a hat. So you will get in your kit a pattern like this, and after you cut it out, like I picked purple for her. So I get a purple circle and a purple bow. So you'll take your circle, which you've cut out of felt, and take your sharp scissors after you've cut out the circle, and I'm cutting in about a ½ inch all the way around so that I can take her circle and put it on top of that cap that we've got there. So I've got a glue dot here, and I'll put the cap here and the circle there, and then we just take glue dots and we glue down the purple felt all the way around on her cap. So I need more glue dots here. This is the same thing you're going to do with the hat for the boy. but you kind of got to cover up the cap before you can go any further on it. So I just lay a glue dot down here and then lay my cap down on top of it. And go all the way around with glue dots and do that. And then when you're done, then you want to take your bow, which is a cutout bow, and put a glue dot right in the middle of that and stick it on the front of your octopus. Okay, so she's got a bow on her head, and then you're going to tie some string around this right here so that you have something to hang her with. I've got one here I finished. I did this one with ribbon instead of felt, and I tied around it. So you see how your octopus hangs, and you can hang it from something. Now on the little boy, I've got a circle that I cut out of dark blue, and I'm going to glue that to the top of his, and then come down with the pieces that have been trimmed out like I did on the other one. And glue all of those down. And so I'm going to glue all these down around the edges like that. And then I have a hat that I cut out, a brim that I cut out, and I'm going to glue that to his hat so that he has a hat band around it. And probably I ought to put some eyebrows on him and maybe a smile. And I'm going to use like a black marker for that. And I'll give him a smile. And some eyebrows. Probably should have put the eyebrows on before I put the hat on. Okay, and there's this little guy. And you can just make tons of these with your water bottles. You can hang them outside on your porch and let the wind catch them. They make really cute little puppets for you to play with. And it's a pretty good way to celebrate Earth Day. So you have a great day, and I'll see you next week on Craft Corner Kits to Go. Thank you.